Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at XAI, a brand new gaming cryptocurrency, and see where we can land with a price target for the 2024-2025 bull run. But before we dive on into this video is not financial advice. It is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research. I am not a financial advisor, and while I appreciate that so many of you are hopping into here from all over the place, you've got to hit the subscribe button. I have videos, price target videos every day dropping at 6 a.m. Eastern time. I try to publish multiple videos a day, trying to keep up with this rapidly evolving crypto space. You are not going to want to miss a beat. And while you're hitting that subscribe button, turn on the notification button as well so that you don't miss a thing. But without further ado, anyway, moving on, let's go ahead and dive on into this. So XAI, here's what opened my eyes, not opened my eyes, but this is the appeal with XAI, because I already made a video on another platform, TikTok, if you're wondering, about XAI, and I got very excited about it when it launched. So blockchain gaming developed for mass adoption. I have been talking about gaming. I've been talking about crypto gaming in particular and how it lags behind real world gaming. And if you want real world gamers to get onto blockchain gaming, we're going to have to step it up big time when it comes to increasing the quality of the games that we play. I see XAI as a very good option for that, but not only that fact, but the fact that this is a layer 3 built on top of one of the most undervalued layer 2s, Arbitrum, built in the Arbitrum ecosystem. This has me very excited about this project over certain timelines. Now I'm going to get into that over certain timelines because there were some things as I was doing research for this cryptocurrency that I want you to be made aware of, and you've got to see this throughout the video. But XAI gaming mass adoption on the Arbitrum ecosystem. Arbitrum has a lot of money locked into it right now. XAI is going to benefit from that. Super bullish in that regard. And you can see a sampling of what they have going on already on their website. They have hit the ground running. I'm very excited about XAI over these next few months. So where do we go with XAI? You know, it's at 77 cents right now. It's a $214 million market cap. It is offering something that we have not seen from the games, the gaming cryptocurrencies that have already existed, the ones that existed in 2021. Those will one day, I believe, be regarded as dinosaur cryptos. Not so much IMX, which I'm going to talk about IMX here in a second, but a lot of the other ones, even Gala Games, which has for so long been my favorite gaming crypto. But Gala, Nakamoto Games, Axie Infinity, I think that this is a next generation product. And so considering the fact that this is new, there are some things that we need to take into consideration. One, I can't really go off historic market cap dominance. That's one of my favorite totems for where I want to analyze where a price target is going. I can't look at that. I can't analyze based off past cycles. I need to kind of make a judgment call based off of where I think things are going with gaming. And so here's a totem that I'm looking at right now for this video is just kind of a marker point. Where have gaming cryptos historically peaked? 2021, at least in market cap, and where are my projections for them to peak now, this time around, 2024, 2025, or maybe even 2026, or maybe even 2027. Here's where I'm landing with that. So gaming crypto market cap all-time highs. IMX 3.24 billion, that's actually recently. So they have already hit a new all-time high in market cap. Gala was 5 billion, Illuvium was 1.12 billion, Axie Infinity was 9.84 billion. I could have put other gaming cryptos in here, but really XAI is a $1 billion crypto. I mean, it's a $1 billion project. I'm certain of it, so certain of it, that I didn't want to put some of those other ones that peaked at under $1 billion. So here are 4 that peaked over $1 billion. I didn't want to include metaverse in this. I separate metaverse and gaming, at least in my mind. So think about those numbers. And then here are my price targets for these cryptocurrencies in terms of market cap for this upcoming bull run. We have IMX at 20 billion, Gala at 13.3, Illuvium at 7 billion. I have not yet done an Axie Infinity video yet. Illuvium is kind of a decent point because if you were to watch my Illuvium video, which just recently published, you'll see that I'm not super excited about Illuvium. So a $7 billion market cap, that might actually be a little bit high. So I'm thinking honestly that XAI has the potential to overtake Illuvium in market cap at its peak. And I think, given just Gala is a very popular cryptocurrency, I think that Zay would land under Gala at the same time, fully acknowledging that Zay is superior to Gala. And it might even be superior to IMX. I do think very highly about IMX, but I'm giving Zay, and I hold this loosely, I'm giving Zay a $10 billion price target in terms of market cap for this bull run. So is that something that we should celebrate? Hey, that's almost a 50x in market cap. All right, let's buy Zay and hope that it's going to do a 50x. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm sorry to say this, but I did research. You know, I had to do research on their tokenomics because look at this, 277 million supply in circulation. That's 11.08% dilution. And so what I was expecting, what I was hoping for was that when most people think of when most people think that the euphoria would come would be like the fall of 2025. So I was hoping that Zay would no more than like double by the fall of 2025 in their circulating supply. And I'm sorry to say that I have some pretty bad news when it comes to where their supply is going to be at the end of 2025. So let's just get into this. Oh my goodness. I'm just so bummed about this. But okay, here's the breakdown. We have 7.5% for ecosystem, 20% for the team, 22.4% for investors, 50.1% for nodes, community, and DAC. I don't know what DAC means, but it's not important. So looking at vesting and looking at emissions, those are the big things that we have to do. And so we can see on this next slide, the team, they get a 20% of the total supply, and the unlock begins 6 months after the token generation event. So that is early July. The team's supply will start to unlock. And so you're thinking early July, that's like a year and a half, a little under a year and a half between then and when most people think it's going to peak. So that's about half of their supply will be allocated by the time that most people think it's going to peak. Investors, it's even worse. So 22.41% of the total supply was purchased by investors in early rounds. This will begin to unlock 6 months after token generation event. So same deal, early July. This allocation will unlock over a 24-month period, not a 36-month period. So about 75% of that supply is going to be unlocked. And then ecosystem, 2% of total supply has been earmarked for market makers. This allocation will be unlocked immediately. That's already done. And then 5.5% of the total supply has been earmarked for the ecosystem. That allocation will begin unlocking 6 months after token generation event and will unlock over a 36-month period, 42 months in total. So just like the team. So we have this, but then we also have the daily emission schedule. So as long as the supply is under 1.25 billion, max supply, by the way, is 2.5 billion. So as long as the supply is less than 50% diluted, we have a daily emission rate of 1,712,328 and change tokens. So that's not bad in and of itself. It's not amazing. It's not bad in and of itself. But when you factor in with all of this, what does that mean? Well, I did the math and here we go. So remember, 277 million tokens in circulation right now. Between July of next year and January 1st of 2026, we're going to have 250 million in unlocks from the team, 420 million in unlocks from the investors, 69 million in unlocks from the ecosystem, and then 600 million in emissions by January 1st, 2026. So this supply is going to be something like 6 times more in circulation by January 1st, 2026 than it is right now. And that's pretty depressing to me. So with that in mind, I do have a play. So stay tuned for the play because I think there's good money to be made short term with Zay. But this price target is heavily dependent on when euphoria returns and when the market peaks. Okay, so I've talked about different scenarios where we could just front run this whole thing because we all know it's coming, you know, Bitcoin halving, all that, excuse me. I've also talked about scenarios looking economically at where we are right now, that things could get pretty ugly. And so things dump, money printer turns on, and then rates go to zero, and then we moon. But maybe that wouldn't be until 2026 or even 2027. Who knows? And so whatever the case, I have to be consistent with this. And I'm assuming a normal cycle scenario with, sure, a November 1st, 2025 peak. So with that date in mind, approximately 1.45 billion coins will be in circulation on November 1st, 2025. And there's 277 million coins in circulation right now. So if we have a $10 billion market cap for XAI, that gives us a price of $6.89, which that would be near a 50x in market cap and not even a 10x in price. So as you can see, this note here, I'm pretty much devastated right now. That crushes me, because I was very, very excited about XAI. This makes me not want to buy any XAI, except here's a strategy. Why not hold until these unlocks happen? Which I don't remember the exact day that the token generation event happened, but I know it was in early January. So I talk about, hold until July 1st of this year, 2024. So you could do that. You could hold until July 1st, and I think it's going to do very well, especially after the Bitcoin halving. If we see prices jump, if we see Ethereum ahead of the spot Ethereum ETF launch start to climb, I could see XAI doing very well. I wouldn't be all that excited about holding this much after. I think a lot of other cryptocurrencies are going to outperform this in price. And sure, yeah, we could see XAI go to a $10 billion market cap, and it's not going to really affect the price all that much. Now, am I too conservative with the $10 billion market cap? You could probably convince me that this is a too conservative price point. That's the only thing that would have me more bullish on XAI. Maybe it should be 20 billion or 30 billion or 40 billion, but 10 billion seems reasonable to me, given that it's at a $200+ billion market cap, $1 million market cap right now. So I'm sorry to say, I'm going to have to take XAI out of my top 5 for smaller market cap cryptos. I'm taking it. I'm going to make a clarification video on my TikTok channel saying, hey, here's some more information that I found with XAI. So this kind of sobers me a little bit. But let me know your thoughts. Maybe there's some hope with this, some hope in other regards. If it's going to be this way, I'm not touching this after July 1st. That's just my opinion. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section of this video. What do you think? You think this is too low of a price, too high of a price? Let me know your thoughts, and I will most certainly be seeing you in another video. Peace.